Hey everybody, it's Tim Shurr. Welcome to How to Be Mesmerizing. Oh, we have another extraordinary legend in the house with us. Author of the legendary classic book, The E-Myth, Michael Gerber is on the show. Michael, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Tim. Delighted
It helps.
to be you.
It helps when you're introducing a legend to say their name right. So, anyway,
That's okay.
yeah.
Lots of people get it wrong.
Yeah. So, Michael, let's dig in. I mean, your work is just, everybody should have a copy of your book, especially if you are an entrepreneur or you feel like you have a message that you want to share and you want to get it out into the world in a big way without sabotaging yourself or burning out. You've learned a lot about entrepreneurship. Boy, I'm having a hard time getting the words out today. So, so you've shared a lot. You've learned a lot. Oh my God, that's great! Finally, something on your end.
Here, don't worry about it. I'll terminate it.
Yes, that's fine.
There we go.
It's funny as we're talking about being entrepreneurs and making things happen. I like telling the truth and being really authentic. So me being tongue-tied for some reason, your phone going off, that's just part of how it actually is. People talk about the successes that they have, but every day is just a system of trying to have a really great attitude while you're constantly putting out fires and solving problems. So what is some of the best stuff that you've learned that you still believe in after all these years?
Well, candidly, I believe in everything that I've been teaching for the past half century. Work on your business, not in your business. Invent a company that works without you, because of you and because of the vision you have, are inspired to bring to the planet. That you have to have a dream, you have to have a vision, you have to have a purpose, and you have to have a mission. And each of those four things are separate from each other. They're not another word for the very same thing. A dream is the great result. A vision is the form the company will take in order to produce that great result. The purpose is the driving movement underlying all of that. And the mission is the system that makes each and every piece of that puzzle work in order to create a job, a practice, a business, an enterprise. So effectively, I've been teaching the same thing for, as I say, a half a century. We've learned more each and every year how to teach that, how to bring that to the consciousness of the people we speak to. And the consciousness of the people we speak to is unfortunately what inhibits them from going beyond who they are, where they are, why they are, what they believe they're here to do and to create, in order to see something that has been invisible to them up to this point in time. So I've been teaching about the invisible, and I've never stopped teaching that. It's an awkward place to be because I'm constantly being challenged by the ordinary to presume that the extraordinary isn't available to 97% of us. And if you look at the academics in the world who speak to entrepreneurship, they're essentially saying we're speaking to the 2 to 3% of the population, because only 2 to 3% of the population are truly entrepreneurs, and all the rest are simply not born with the stuff that it takes.
Yeah.
But our position is completely the opposite of that. Our position is that there is an entrepreneur within every human being on the planet. It said we're born in the image of God. And if it said we're born in the image of God, then it means we're born to create.
Yes.
And if we're born to create, we're born to create a world fit for God. every single one of us. And so the question becomes then, how do I plug into that part in every single one of us, every single ordinary solitary soul on the planet, to awaken the entrepreneur within them in order for them to begin to see that the impossible isn't as impossible as everybody states it to be, but in fact, incredibly possible for every single one of us. So that's been our mission. That's been our place on the planet. That's what we started out to do when we started our very first business development firm in 1977, if you can believe it.
That's amazing, right?
And that's the work we've been doing since 1977, working on it, working on it, working on it, working on it, to transform the state of entrepreneurship worldwide, to transform the state of small business worldwide, to transform the state of economic development worldwide. That's been our mission. It's been our calling. It's been what I was born to do, evidently, because that's all I can think of doing.
Yeah.
As late as just this morning.
Oh, wow. I mean, that just gave me the chills. I mean, I love how you broke it down. I mean, it's obvious that you have been studying this and these principles your whole life, and you have real mastery over them. I love how you broke down and showed how each piece of that puzzle, from the dream all the way to the mission, how they all fit together and they are separate, even though they go together. That was very powerful. And how I love how you're thinking with a possibility mindset instead of people who think that entrepreneurs are only 3% of the population. Now there's creativity inside of all of us. And so I think I love how you state that as a fact, because I agree with you. You know, I've spent we're kind of doing the same work, just in different ways. So I've spent my life, and I'm as passionate as you are, about getting into people's unconscious minds and upgrading that biggest fear that I'm not good enough. And that seems to be what holds people back, because of their own self-doubt and their own fear of not being able to measure up. Every entrepreneur I work with, and there's so many of them, struggle with focus and motivation. And they say, I feel like there's some invisible force that's blocking me, and it's just a belief. So what are some of the things that you find that entrepreneurs are struggling with, and how do you get them past that?
Well, they're struggling with understanding. So you understand what we have identified as what I call the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path is the core process through which one invents a company of one and grows it to a company of 1,000. So I call it, in my latest E-Myth book, Beyond the E-Myth, the evolution of an enterprise from a company of one to a company of 1,000.
Wow.
And in that book, I describe and define the Eightfold Path. The first step in the Eightfold Path is the dream. The second is the vision. The third is the purpose. The fourth is the mission. The fifth is the job. The sixth is the practice. The seventh is the business. And the eighth is the enterprise. I've got a dream, got a vision, got a purpose, got a mission. I've got a job, which is a client fulfillment system. I've got a practice, which is a client acquisition system, plus the client fulfillment system, which is my franchise prototype, lead generation, lead conversion, client fulfillment, which is my franchise prototype, which I'm now going to replicate 7 times to create a business. So get it, my franchise prototype, the E-Myth chiropractor, the E-Myth attorney, the E-Myth HVAC contractor, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The practice, I'm now going to replicate 7 times to create a business, plus a turnkey management system. So that's how you invent a business. You invent a dream, a vision, a purpose, a mission, a job, a practice, which leads you to a business. The business now leads you to an enterprise. What's an enterprise? Up to 7 turnkey businesses plus a leadership system. So it's an absolutely foolproof process that we now teach in our university for entrepreneurship called Radical U.
Mm-hmm.
We're inviting a student to join us, Radical U, to discover their dream, their vision, their purpose, their mission, their job, their practice, their business, their enterprise. And we're saying in our school, which is a 5-year school, that every human being that joins us in that school can learn how to awaken the new entrepreneur within them, to design that practice, to design that business, to design that enterprise, and to grow it exponentially beyond even that. And that's how McDonald's was created.
Yeah. Wow.
So I'm saying to everybody who's listening to us right now, and so can you, just like Ray Kroc did. And if that's true, then all you need is the process to begin it. And we've invented the universal process to begin it and conclude it. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. Just like that.
Wow. Wow. I mean, oh, wow. I think that that's a much better alternative than college, than going to regular college.
It's not even in the same
it's not
world as college. College is stupid.
Yeah, in so many ways.
Because you learn stupid in college from stupid. You learn stupid in college from stupid. And you learn stupid and believe in stupid. And in the process, you live stupid and learn how to simply fall in the trap of stupid. What a crime. What a tragedy.
Yeah, it's such a complaint from people that have wisdom, how our schools are run and our indoctrination of lies and how we are taught to memorize.
Indoctrination, socialism, indoctrination. Exactly the reverse opposite of entrepreneurship.
Right. Yeah. Wow, Michael, that's revolutionary. So, I mean, it's amazing that you've created that and put that together. I mean, it's wow. That's incredible.
We've been living that.
Yeah.
Our focus now is to launch Radical U, to have 5 million students join us in Radical U.
Oh, that would change the world.
To transform the state of entrepreneurship worldwide, to transform the state of economic development worldwide, to transform the state of creativity, imagination, innovation worldwide.
Yes.
Transform the state of our minds and our souls.
Yeah.
To truly wake people up.
Yeah.
Just think about what an absolutely stunning thing that would be to have actually accomplished that.
Oh, stunning.
That's what we're going to do.
Yeah. I mean, we have to have that because
we have it.
People go and roll right now because we are not going to save our planet. We are not going to take care of ourselves or each other. We're not going to have a place for our children and grandchildren to grow if we leave the saving and the transformation to the politicians and to the governments. It has to be entrepreneurs. We have to use our businesses as a force for good in this world. And you have created a pathway for people to be able to do that. That's extraordinary.
Tim, you asked me a question at the beginning of this. Is there what could you promote? Let me tell you what we're promoting.
Yeah.
Our intent is by March 4th, 2022, to have Gerber Works our company, Michael E. Gerber Companies, plus eMyth Worldwide,
Mm-hmm.
acquired. Our intent on my 85th birthday, which is just passed, on my 85th birthday, my wife and I have made the commitment to be acquired by a group of individuals who will take that dream, vision, purpose, and mission over the next 100 years and transform the state of the world with it. So what could you do? You could find those individuals who say, we've got to do that. We've got to do that. We've got to do that.
Yes. Yeah.
And the minute you see that, you'll understand it and it'll internalize that.
Yeah.
And then you know what the mission is. Go find those people to acquire this enterprise. The enterprise in which we will literally transform the state of the world in a way never accomplished before.
Wow.
The curriculum is already built. All it takes is the genius to pursue it with the kind of passion that you know it takes to create a McDonald's of transformation worldwide.
Oh my gosh, a McDonald's of transformation. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah, over 8 billion entrepreneurs served.
Think about it.
Oh, I am. It's blowing my mind. I mean, that's extraordinary. Yeah. And I just love
Tim,
how
you got your assignment.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's all you got to do. Lead it. Make it happen.
It's happening. It's already in motion. Just how you speak it. You know, you and your wife are speaking it into action. There are absolutely visionaries that are going to hear this and think, oh my goodness, what's possible? And you don't have to create it. It's already created. You've already devoted your entire life to creating the map. And now people need to get in there and share it and acquire that. And yeah, for the next 100 years. I love the 100-year goal.
5 million students, 10 million students, 20 million students, 50 million students, ordinary people on the street in every country worldwide, in every language worldwide. Just imagine suddenly awakening the entrepreneur within the planet.
Yeah.
And you get it, you can see it, you can feel it. And somebody takes that on, they have taken on the rest of our lives.
It's such an extraordinary path as well. People don't understand. Well, let me say it this way. So years ago, I would do trainings for Amway and just help people to tap into their personal confidence and power and self-belief. And a lot of people weren't financially successful, but by participating, but they love the personal development training and they weren't getting it anywhere else. And I thought that was wonderful because in so many ways, Amway was a personal development training company. For average everyday people could go and really learn how their mind works and how to live a fulfilling life. And that's what entrepreneurs do. We're not happy with the status quo. If we think there's a problem, we think we're going to find a solution for it. We value failure. We're not afraid of it. And we keep growing into the people that we need to become in order to accomplish the goals that used to scare us, right? And so it leads to a very fulfilling life of purpose. And entrepreneurs also are very much focused on caring about others as well. It's not just about us, or not just about me. It's about us and we and everyone. And so, that's amazing that you've created a pathway for this, an assembly line.
The eightfold path. Don't forget it. It's the eightfold path. It's what's been missing for all these decades.
Yes.
As we've been seeking it out, and discovering it and creating it, and then building the curriculum in Radical You.
Yeah.
One session every week, 52 weeks long, each year for 5 years.
Wow.
Think about that.
It's so exciting.
Online. Available for only $800 a year.
What?
$800 a year.
What?
Everybody can afford it. everybody can do it. Everybody can learn it. Everybody can apply it. Everybody can follow the rigor of it. And there's never been anything like it before. And it's sitting there now, built and waiting just for those who are ready to do it. Imagine taking that out to the street.
That's amazing. I was just in Boston with my son because, he wants to go to MIT next year when he graduates. And it's about, $80,000 a year with room and board and everything else. And you are offering this, the keys to the kingdom, for $800. Are you kidding me? Now I got to talk my kid out of going to MIT.
So I'll tell you what. So just go to Jordan, the gentleman in our group, go to Jordan and ask Jordan for the keys to the kingdom. He'll give you the first year so you can go in and see the curriculum. Tell him you want to be able to visit it nonstop. And they'll give you special permission, Tim, to join us in Radical You and to get a feeling for the curriculum of Radical You. I do that because I believe in you and believe that you can then pursue those individuals who will buy Gerber Works and eMyth worldwide. The second piece of this puzzle that we have built is our publishing company, which has now published 20 vertical eMyth books. And by vertical eMyth books, I mean the eMyth chiropractor, eMyth insurance guy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, each of which are co-authored by individuals who've applied the eMyth to the development of their practice. Mm-hmm. We are now going to go out and launch the business format franchise for not only those 20, but for 333 different vertical markets.
Oh, wow.
The business format franchise, the eMyth this, the eMyth that, turnkey, which will then transform the state of small business worldwide, nonstop. The McDonald's of, just think about it. Just think about it. So when you think about the dream, the vision, the purpose, and the mission, those effectively are the four personalities of an entrepreneur. The dreamer, the thinker, the storyteller, the leader. The dreamer has a dream, the thinker has a vision, the storyteller has a purpose, the leader has a mission. An entrepreneur is four different people: a dreamer, a thinker, a storyteller, a leader. The dreamer has a dream, the thinker has a vision, the storyteller has a purpose, the leader has. As we do this work, we're awakening the entrepreneur within, the dreamer, the thinker, the storyteller, and the leader, in a way that entrepreneurship has never been approached before us and will never be the same again.
Yeah.
That's what Radical You is all about.
Wow. I love it. I just keep getting chills because the way you map it out and the way that you describe it and your ability to make it seem so simple and so right on, with those different personality assets.
Because it is just right on.
Yeah, yeah.
So Tim, I gotta go. I'd love having this conversation with you.
Me too.
I love your spirit. It shines through your eyes. Go find those leaders who are going to awaken the entrepreneur within the world by acquiring Gerber Works, acquiring eMyth, and transforming the state of the universe. Yeah. Go do that. Lead that. Find them. Make that happen. I'll see you again.
I've got some ideas. Thank you, Michael. We'll see you next Saturday for the third Legend Summit. It's going to be amazing.
You got it.
Thank you so much, my friend. Have a great day.
My pleasure. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye. Holy cow. I'm just going to stay on here for a few more minutes. Usually I click off when the interview's over, but what? Are you kidding me? That was extraordinary. Wow. I read the E-Myth a long, long time ago, so I probably have forgotten half of what's in there and have learned it from experience. But that was extraordinary where Michael was in there, 85 years old. You could tell that he spent the last 50 or more years of his life just studying entrepreneurs and figuring out where do we get stuck and creating the path. Because, you know, we're all entrepreneurs probably that are watching this, and we know where we get stuck and where we excel and where we have breakthroughs and where we feel like we can't quite get to that next level. And he's created that eight-step path. And his university sounds extraordinary, a 5-year university and $800 a month. A year to go through training like that. I mean, that just sounds pretty amazing. So it was a sales pitch interview, but boy, I loved it. I mean, I was like, sign me up, you know. His book Beyond the E-Myth, extraordinary. And he's going to be hanging out, having an amazing conversation with Howard Partridge, who is another extraordinary trainer, one of the very first certified trainers for Zig Ziglar. And those two are going to be having a legendary conversation on October 9th, which is next Saturday, and at our third Legend Summit. So it's going to be pretty spectacular. I don't know if you caught the live stream we did yesterday with Tom Hopkins. That was equally amazing. So just so awesome. It was really amazing. So anyway, that's it for now, but thanks for jumping on here, and I'll be sharing the information for how to join us next Saturday for the Legend Summit. If you're not on my email, make sure you go to timshurr.com and join the mail list, or send me an email at tim@timshurr.com, and I'll make sure that you're a part of it. So otherwise, wow, Michael Gerber, author of the E-Myth, that was pretty mesmerizing. Thanks for showing up today. We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.